Hi students, welcome to lesson on solving inequalities, and we're also going to graph. All right, so now the only difference between solving inequalities and if there's an equal sign pretty much is when you divide or multiply both sides by a negative number is when you flip the sign. But besides that, it's pretty much everything's the same. All right, so let's take a look at number one. The first thing I want to do is, since there's variables on both sides, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of one of them. Again, you're not flipping the sign. All right, let's go and subtract 1. Now this is a simple two-step. 11 greater than 5x. Divide by 5, divide by 5. 11 over 5 is greater. And again, you're not flipping the sign. And that is my solution there. Let's go ahead and graph this one. We're just going to graph the first two. And then the last two, we're not going to graph again. All you do is just put your focal point, which is 11 over 5. This just means that any number that's less than 11 over 5 is true for x. Okay, any number that's bigger, smaller, doesn't matter. Again, you circle this one to let people know this is where your focus point is 11 over 5, and x has to be less than that, and x cannot be 11 over 5, so leave that alone. So you shade this way like this. All right, let's go ahead and move on to number 2. Let's take a look at this one here. Let's get rid of divide 3 on this side real fast. That's really confusing there. So anyway, that cancel. That gives you m minus 2 is less or greater than or equal to. Distributive property gives me 6m plus 3. All right, same thing. Let's get rid of the variable first. So subtract m. Subtract m. You're not flipping the sign or anything like that. When there's variables on both sides, you could do things that you don't have to flip the sign. All right, subtract 3. Subtract 3. Negative 5 is greater than 5m. Again, then just divide by 5. Negative 1. Again, you're not flipping the sign. And then that's your answer right there. Again, graph. Negative 1, 10. You could use any number you like. Now this one you do shade because m can be negative 1, and then m has to be less than. It's this one, same thing, less than. So this way. All right. Now the last two we don't need to graph. Let's just go ahead and solve it real fast. Okay. Let's go and collect like terms for this one. There's x there, and x there gives me negative 5x. That will give me positive 9 greater than negative 14. Go ahead and subtract 9 on both sides. Negative 5x is greater than, this one's negative 23. Divide by negative 5. Divide by negative 5. This one you do flip the sign because you divide both sides by negative. You see there, that would give you a positive 23 over 5. Again, you don't need to graph this one. Let's go and move on to number 4. This one is a fractional problem, and you want to do the fraction buster. For me, I like to just make a common denominator the same thing. Okay, so I'll put a 1 over here. All right, my common denominator between 3, 1, 2, and 3 is 6. So I'm just going to multiply everything by to get 6. So times 2, times 2, times 3, times 3, times 6, times 6, times 2, times 2. Again, they all have a common denominator, so I could just rewrite it. Now I'm solving, so when it's the same thing as fraction busters, by the way. Okay, so 4x minus 12, again, that's negative 2 times 6, and that gives you minus 3x. Don't forget the x, please. Greater than or equal to gives you 4 here. All right, combine like terms. That would give me 1x minus 12 greater than or equal to 4. That becomes an easy one-step equation. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and add 12 to both sides. X is greater than or equal to 16. And that's my answer. Again, you don't need to graph for this one. The one in your assignment, you do have to graph, or unless they say don't need to graph. All right, that's it. Thank you, and have a great day.